Welcome back to another episode, guys. I am one of your hosts, Jerrilyn Lake.
And Lynee Monae.
And this is She Said It First.
Yes, a new podcast on the Urban One Podcast, on the Urban One Podcast Network.
I love the growth that I'm already seeing.
Yes, I'm trying.
Well, we are giving you some funny, informative, and also entertaining content here. We like to make you laugh and make you think. So I'm glad that we were able to secure this venture together. Yes. I love working with you so far, I have to say.
It's been such a journey so far.
I know.
Second episode.
I know. It's been light years. No, but we want to talk a little bit about what irritated us this week. And I just have to go on record and say right now today, I'm turning into my mother. Now, she's not going to like this.
Uh-oh.
She's not going to like this, but I have to speak on it, okay?
Oh, Lord.
I flipped through 17 coupon books the other day trying to find $30 off some stuff I had to get from Target.
Oh,
I can't.
God. Yeah, it's on you. It's on you, friend.
I called 2 people.
Oh, you calling people too?
On the phone.
Oh, my goodness.
To hear their voice. And I said, I just called to hear your voice. Girl, turn me up.
I turned into your mom.
Turn me up.
Oh, poor
Turn
thing.
me up. I was at TJ Maxx as soon as they opened.
Early.
Because I knew they had a sale that day.
Walking in with the workers.
I said, you know what, God? If it's aging that you want me to do, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Just say that.
I have to say that. So I love my mom. That's my girl, but I am officially you, girl. And it only took me 35 years.
Girl,
so.
That's funny that you brought that up because mine too is about my mother.
Happy early Mother's Day.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Okay. So let me set the scene up for you. Okay. I'm minding my business. I'm sleeping. That's how much I'm minding my business. I'm in REM sleep. Okay. So it's a
you
deep
really
sleep.
ain't bothering nobody.
But it's just my phone keep ringing. My phone continues to ring. Like, when you miss a call, your phone alerts you that you missed it. So you don't have to call back to let me know that I missed it. Because one thing my phone going to do is let me know you had one missed call. Right. But she's calling continuously. And then when I answer the phone, guess what she asked me? You sleep?
Something told me.
No, I'm just at funeral practice. What's good? That's all I'm doing, practicing for my funeral.
I saw somebody call sleep death with no commitments. I was like, girl, death with benefits? Like, what is this?
Child, that pissed me off. I can't stand nobody to hear to sleep on my voice and ask me if I'm asleep. If it sound like it, probably.
If
maybe
it walk
you should
like
leave
a
me
duck
alone
and talk like a duck.
And then ain't one none just was like, what you doing?
She just called to hear your voice.
Girl, piss me off so bad.
I know it, girl. I know. Listen, we are getting closer and closer. One day you're gonna be calling somebody asking them if they sleep. So just extend her some grace because one day it's gonna be you.
At a time.
It's gonna be you. Day by day. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Well, as time continues to pass, girl, it's time for one of my favorite segments. You already know.
Girl, what happened?
Exactly. Girl, what happened?
Wait, tell me.
So we have been seeing reports in the news lately on, all the blog sites that Druski, our favorite internet comedians, and Rubi Rose are dating.
Okay.
And so when I first saw it, I looked in the comments, of course, because that's where all the juice is.
Always.
And people are saying things like, she's only dating him for his money and things like that.
But she not broke, is she?
I don't think she broke. I know she does OnlyFans.
Okay.
And I think she might have a business or something like that. I haven't done a lot of research on her because I don't keep up with that kind of stuff. But I know people were saying that maybe he's not attractive enough to get a girl like that. And so.
Because he got a little more cushion for the pushing.
Listen,
that you talking about?
That might be what they talking about. What do you think about that?
Girl, I love it when you call me Big Papa. Ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the socks. Okay. Girl, Biggie did it, and ain't nobody questioning Lil' Kim on whether or not she liked him.
You are right.
Or Faith Evans. Somebody pushed out a baby by him. I mean, that's a chance because that's the 50-50 Woo.
That's true.
And them eyes is cocked like a pistol. So, Let me tell you, that was a risky business. Popping out a child.
May he rest in peace.
Right?
May he rest in peace.
My bad, Vicky. I took it too far. I'm sorry.
But no, so I understand that though. I think that people just like what they like. Yeah. And I think it is kind of unfair that, that's the conversation now. They're just automatically assuming that he doesn't have the personality to hold up pulling a girl like that.
He funny. That's always the recipe of getting the girls.
If you want a woman, this is men and women. Tickle that funny bone.
I'm telling you.
Tickle that funny bone and pull them every time.
Get them every time. Men ain't no better. Easy. Just make them laugh. He easy, girl.
Now, when you think about though, now a big fella easily will date one of them, right? No problem. Because ain't nothing wrong with winter loving. We all love it.
Especially in the wintertime. Catch me in the winter. Don't catch me in the summer. I don't know if I could do it in the summer.
It's a little warm.
Definitely catch me in the winter.
I'm not trying to be too spicy.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Now, we can all do a big fella. Now, what about somebody that, he facially challenged?
Jerrilyn.
Now, when I say, because I can't say the U word because they're gonna try to ban
that's
us.
true. That's true.
But somebody that you feel like might not be attractive. Now
to me may not be attractive to you. Me.
Could you date somebody that's not attractive?
I have. Not okay. And to me, he wasn't attractive to me. Okay. But I dated him. And he was actually cool. He was funny, cool right? He was funny.
He had to be.
Yeah, he did.
He had to be.
He did. He definitely did. And he was funny. And he took really good care of me as far as like taking me out on dates and making sure I was good. I didn't have to lift a pinky. Okay. This is my first time lifting my pinky since I left. Like, it's been a long time. But no, for real, he was a cool dude. It's just like, once again, when it come to having them kids, I knew I couldn't stay there I was there for a good time, not a long time. I can't take that. They had like a family trait, right? Which was a nose thing, right? And you just don't, he had a child already who had it. Then the mother had it. Then I met the grandmother. The grandmother had it. He had it. And I was like.
And that was your deal breaker.
Yeah.
Not the fact that he already looked like that.
No. It was too
You
strong.
had to see 3 more people to prove the point.
I did because I had to look out for my child. My unborn, I had to think about them first. It was just like, I got to put them first.
I got to put me first, Lucius.
So I couldn't do it. I was like,
That's interesting. I'm glad to hear you say that you would give somebody a chance that you feel like they were unattractive.
I said I did. Excuse me.
Oh, you wouldn't do it no more?
Oh, no.
Okay, good girl.
I did my community service. I already did them.
Listen, I was about to say I refuse. Okay, because listen, when you think about it, okay, check this out. Mm-hmm. Say like, I don't know, during the pandemic.
Okay.
You sit down in your living room and y'all ain't been nowhere in the last 3 days because y'all quarantined and everybody's trying to be safe. And you look over, y'all been arguing for 2 weeks.
Right there in the house.
And he's sitting over there looking like a character off Fraggle Rock. You telling me that love is going to hold it together? Ooh. I just feel like when you first meet somebody.
It's hard.
Like that's physical appearance is what you
usually.
Is that
being shallow, friend? I feel bad about saying
I would rather be shallow. I would rather be shallow. I don't feel bad. You can feel guilty. Lynee feels guilty, guys.
I do feel guilty.
I don't feel guilty. You know why?
I do.
And I know it's something that you can't control. But guess why I don't feel guilty? Why? Because there are hundreds of men somewhere in the world who will look at me and decide that I'm not their cup of tea.
That's true.
I don't have no problem with your preference. Mm-hmm. Don't have a problem with mine. And here's another thing that we all need to strongly consider. Mm-hmm. I'm from Memphis. If I bring you home and you not,
they gonna talk about them real bad.
They roasting you from the crown of your head.
They did that already to me.
To the sole of your feet.
I went through initiation. Okay. It's your turn.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And it's not gonna stop. Every time they see you, they're gonna call you whatever name that they gave you.
That is true. It was a struggle. I will say being in that relationship, it was a challenge, but it was like sometimes I would forget. Mm-hmm. Like I would forget.
That he wasn't
there's
no way. There is no
good person.
Way.
He was a good person.
There's no way. There's no way.
He was, y'all. That don't mean y'all can talk to me now. You should have called me back then. I already did it. But I'm just saying everybody deserves a chance, Jerrilyn.
You know what? I feel you.
Do you?
And I sympathize with your plight. It's not my struggle, sister. The Lord has not called me to carry that cross.
No,
okay?
Jerrilyn,
I shall not be moved.
We gonna talk about it. No, because
I shall not be moved.
I can't be with nobody that's real cute. I like my dude to be average.
I ain't saying you gotta be real cute. You just can't look like.
But how you feel about somebody that's real cute? Like, he think he look better than you. It's taking him longer than you to get ready.
Let's be clear. No man, okay, is gonna look better than me. I will be the prize in this relationship, okay?
That's where I'm going.
And it's not saying that you can't be handsome. I've had a couple of pretty boys in my life. Mm-hmm. And the issue with them wasn't that they thought that they were too pretty. It was something else.
Okay.
So I think I've lucked up by not having to deal with somebody that's too vain. So you never dated
a metrosexual?
No, girl, I don't have time. The first thing that confuses me, I'm out of there.
I guess I've done a lot.
I don't like Satan is the author of confusion. I don't want it in my life. I don't need nothing confusing. And I'm talking about, I don't care on what level. This is friendship, business, homegirls, romantic partnerships. I don't need no type of confusion. I need clarity. I need to understand at all levels what is going on.
Yeah.
If you are wearing a sweater vest,
a satchel,
and you are also wearing cargo shorts, and also penny loafers, and also a bandana.
No.
And also a gold herringbone. Yeah. I don't have time.
It's too much to figure out.
There's way too much going on.
It do get a little confusing around that time.
I'm not interested.
That's true. I dated a metrosexual before.
How was that?
It was a lot. We had a lot in common.
I bet y'all did. I bet you did.
We was just chit-chatting. How we
chit-chat, like how we are just right now, huh?
Swinging my toes, girl. Just had a good time.
I know y'all did.
It was fine. It was fine. We was doing facials and stuff together, buying hair products and stuff together. He helped me take my tracks out. I brushed his hair a couple times. You know, it was fine.
I could see that being mutually satifying for both of y'all.
It was.
I think that he enjoyed it.
It really was. It was like having a homegirl, but like, you know, it was a guy and he wasn't gay. Well, let's not talk about it. We don't know.
Okay. Well, we don't know.
We don't know. But yeah, it was a great time. It's fun.
Okay, this is so interesting. So would you ever date, how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Okay, would you ever date somebody shorter than you?
No.
Okay, wait, you answered too fast. I don't think you heard the question.
Okay, give it to me again. My bad.
Let me slow it down. Okay. You're 5'7", right?
Yeah.
Would you ever date a Lynee?
No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Keep getting ahead of myself there. Apologize. So
you'll date somebody that's unattractive, but not somebody that's short?
You got to draw the line and say it somewhere. You got to start somewhere.
You know what? I've dated shorter men before.
Jerrilyn,
and it's not.
You are not tall. Who is 4'11" dating you?
Listen here. Baby, they are out there, okay? And they have the confidence of Mighty Mouse.
I don't like that. That Napoleon complex, you can miss me with that.
Shorter men being short ain't the problem. It's the attitude that come with some of them. And I'll be like, bro, I'm not
feisty.
Hey, I'm not finna treat you like a chihuahua. I don't want to do it. I'm not interested in doing it. But it really is the attitude that goes along with it. Like you said, I think some things can be potentially overlooked if you really just have the right type of.
Yeah, you're right. I'm overlooking. I can't see you. You're right. I'm overlooking. Can't see you.
Well, it's different. It's different for me because I'm 5'2".
Exactly.
So me dating somebody that's 5'8" really ain't no problem. But you can't. I refuse to let you date somebody.
No, ma'am. I won't hear that man come to my head. I got him on my side. Like, y'all, this is my man. Say hi, baby. Like, nah.
Do the dance that you did on TikTok.
Right.
You got to
do the
fly. Do it. Floss it like you was. Yeah. He gonna be sick of you.
Yeah. No, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So this is I almost want to keep asking you questions because I just know.
No,
I just know it's gonna be stupid. Okay. I got one. Would you date a man who was missing these two side teeth right here?
Girl, they all missing that. That's a trend. That's trending right now on Twitter. Like, that is trending.
Side teeth? It's trending.
It's trending.
Lynee, get away from me.
Y'all, am I lying about the missing sides too?
Shut up.
No, nobody got them. We probably just the very few people who got them. They probably looking at us like, go. Like,
we anomaly. Not we precious gems.
Jerrilyn, to have two in here at the same time is crazy. Two people with their side tooth is wild.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. One more. Okay, one more. And then I'm gonna get off it. Okay,
I'm listening.
Would you date a man who wore a toupee?
Girl, how old is he? I'm not going back to no senior citizen. Stop trying to take me to the senior citizen home. No, if you got on a toupee, you are a senior citizen.
Okay, no. I'm sorry. Okay.
Just rock the ball. Everybody doing it with a beard.
Okay,
the bald and beard is a thing.
No, facts.
It's
okay, so listen, fellas. We like bald heads and beards. We like salt and pepper beards. We like the little goatee. We love it. I love the signs of aging on men.
I do.
So I be trying to get them to understand, like, bro,
that's real sexy.
Leave that gray alone. Leave it alone.
Stop dying and then get my pillowcases black because I'm tired of it.
The Beijing, let it go.
Yeah, please.
Take the roof off.
You can't lay down.
Go on, take the roof off. It's all right. Ceiling missing. Put up to the scene with the ceiling missing. Come on. Go on, snatch it back. Now, in all of this conversation, do you ever... Because you said you felt a little guilty about not staying with the undesirable young fellow. Speaking of feeling guilty, do you ever think that you would feel like badly about being like the villain in somebody else's story? Because that might have been his origin story. That man might have started robbing stagecoaches. You don't know.
Why is this so funny? Because I think I'm the villain in his story.
I knew you would be.
No, I am the villain.
Because I saw a video on TikTok by this content creator. Her name's Layla K, Selah, and she was saying that she's very comfortable being the villain in people's stories. And so I kind of, when she made some valid points, and I kind of agree with her. So I was wondering what your stance was on that. Because for me, I think it depends on what are the details of the story.
Of course, I don't want nobody out here just running around telling lies about me, but everybody not going to be happy with the breakup. I mean, he was devastated about the breakup. So I even talked to him after. I was like, you telling people lies about me? He was like, no, I'm telling them the truth. I'm like, you lying. Like, it's no way you telling the truth. Like, I feel, y'all, I'm not being cocky, I promise, but I do feel like I was the biggest loss to him. Like, just how he was really upset and distraught about it. And I think, he wanted to get married. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm skipping a beat. Why this dude that I had dated, y'all? Like, I dated him and he told me we only dated for like 2 months. He was saying he thought I was gonna be his wife. He said he had to go to therapy and everything. Y'all, I was taken back. I didn't know. I'm a villain in his story too.
Girl, that man is in therapy, wearing you out. He got a voodoo doll. You better be careful.
No, I was so taken back.
Because he in the basement right now.
Y'all know, I was so taken back because I felt like we just didn't date that long for him to like think that much. Like, it threw me off. It threw me for a loop. I was just like, you had to go to therapy for it? He was like, because he already had it in his mind that I was like going to be his wife. But why he didn't never run that past me? Like, I could have just helped with that.
Girl,
like,
the Lord always told them.
Look,
the Lord be telling them.
I can speak on my own behalf.
I be telling men,
you.
You need to get off God's phone.
Yes.
Because if he ain't called me, he did not call me and tell me nothing.
Nope.
There's no way God told you I was his wife and he ain't mentioned. He didn't whisper nothing. He ain't not a mention, a hint.
Because he know how I feel.
Nothing.
He know how I feel. I'm the villain in quite a few people's story. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, and I'm okay with it. I don't really have time to dwell on that, especially if we talking about like friendships. Now I'm kind of just shifting over to like female friendships. Like, I don't care. Women are so catty when y'all not cool no more that nobody is sitting there telling the truth about anything. I don't even bring it up. When people like ask me, oh, why y'all not friends no more? I just be like, we just grew apart. Like, I don't even go into the details. And that's all that really needs to be said.
Like, I think it's extra work. I think we were talking about this off camera. It's extra work when you do all that. I feel like it's an insecurity and you're trying to protect your pride by being the first one to get your story out about why it's ending. And it's unnecessary. It doesn't gain you anything to be that kind of person. So anytime, like if a relationship ends or a friendship ends, now I'm the kind of person, like if I value what you bring to my life, I'm going to have whatever conversation I need to have with you to try to rectify it, fix it, because I don't want to lose you.
I promise you, anybody that was my friend, they're not in the blind side of why we're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
like,
it was
nobody's not my friend. And they're like, I don't know why we're not friends anymore. Please believe you heard about it. And then I was like, we not cool no more.
You saw it coming.
For sure, because that's how I feel like we start to just create or continue to birth these horrible humans. Because then they leave you and they do that same thing to somebody else because they think the behavior is okay, because we don't like having difficult conversations.
That's
like,
it right there.
Just say what you gotta say and move on, especially if y'all ain't gonna be friends anyway. Like, let them know so that they can correct the behavior next time. You don't say anything, now they friends with you and they doing the same thing to you that they did to me because they don't think nothing wrong with it. Ain't nobody saying nothing. So I don't agree with not having difficult conversations.
Okay, it's so interesting that you brought it up because I have been literally embroiled in heated debate with somebody for like it feels like 39 months. Just have the conversation. I know it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
I know we're probably going to hurt each other's feelings maybe. Pride is going to be hurt a little bit. I know it's not going to be a happy resolution. But if it will keep us from arguing about it again,
like seriously,
every day for the next 7 to 8 weeks, or it'll keep us together, or it'll keep us friends, or it'll keep us in business. Hey, bro, let's just talk about it.
Just have it.
Let's just talk about it.
For some reason, something about that is like a death threat. Like, oh my God, I can't do this. Something gonna happen to me.
People don't be wanting to be vulnerable.
They don't. And they don't really want to say what's really wrong. People are so used, even if you just ask somebody like, how you doing today? Everybody like, oh, I'm good. Knowing you're having a horrible day. You know, I think we're just conditioned to just like be fake. And people are like, I ain't fake. A
lot of us are fake.
Thank you. Yes, we are. Because if somebody asks me, am I okay? I'm going to be like, yeah, especially if I don't know you like that. Why do I need to offload on you? You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely dealing with something. So it's like, I don't know. We just conditioned to be fake when it comes to certain stuff. And that causes a problem because we don't know how to deal with real life things when they happen.
Especially when it's with somebody that you need. Like you just said, if I don't know you for real, I'm not going to offload on you.
No.
That makes perfect sense. If I'm your partner, if we share a bed together every night, what is stopping you? Sometimes you have to ask, hey, why don't you feel comfortable sharing this with me?
Yeah.
Why don't you feel comfortable having this conversation with me? Is it something that I'm doing? Have I made you feel like you should be fearful of a response from me or a certain type of reaction? Like, and even like, because I think I'm kind of like, for whatever reason, people think, they just think I'm just a hothead. And
really?
I'm like, I'm really, yes.
Oh my God.
And I be trying to tell people, y'all think I'm a hothead because y'all be doing stuff that push me to 10 before I've had a chance to explain to you at 2.
Yeah.
That's why you think I'm a hothead. People in my life that respect me and my boundaries, they don't feel like that.
How do you feel about people? What's your sign before I go here?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay. You straight. How you feel?
Because you
gotta check the temperature before I'm about to say.
Right.
I feel like certain signs, I'm gonna go into signs.
Okay.
I feel like certain signs are too sensitive. Like you can't say nothing to them. Like everything is a problem. Like those be the people that you find yourself walking on.
Put a name on it.
Look at Dre.
Cause address it or leave it on the playground.
I'm gonna tell you it come after Geminis.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone because I already.
You dealing with one? You're crazy. And the minute you tell me that's who you are, I'll leave you right where you at.
It has been a struggle.
No.
It has been a struggle. But you know what?
It's a struggle, girl. They are too sensitive.
The parts that are good though.
What part?
They are so good. I can't tell you all the parts.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay, you got
But the parts that are good.
Okay.
Them parts
Girl,
are good.
Mentally unstable. I cannot.
Mentally
unstable, just overly sensitive. Everything is a problem. I can't.
It's not just them
in
though.
That space.
I think a lot of people who have needed their ego stroked their whole lives, they are the ones who don't like to be criticized. And I'm like, bro, it's okay for you to have a flaw. Like everybody has flaws. We've all messed up and made mistakes. Hey, this is the flaw. This is what you did wrong. Let's correct it. But I get so irritated with having to explain to somebody that you cannot disagree with my feelings. If we're sitting here right now and we're having a conversation and I say, Lynee, it really hurt my feelings when you said you think Tauruses are crazy. And you say, well, I don't feel like your feelings should be hurt.
Oh, I can't stand that.
Like,
that passive aggressiveness.
Lynee, I said you hurt my feelings.
Yeah, just apologize.
Just say, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
Like, I know that that's not what you meant. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I know that's not what you meant.
But it still hurt my feelings.
Yeah. So. And I'm like, folks be like, well, I wasn't trying to. I know you weren't trying to, because if you was, I'd have swung on you already.
If I knew that, if you knew what I knew, okay,
I'd have been swung on you.
Yeah, no, that's real.
But no, I think that people try that when they don't want to be accountable. And it's so infuriating because, bro, if you know I'm a Taurus, you know that I'm never wrong. So
get out my face. And if you know I'm a Gemini, then you know I'm gonna check you. Okay, you know I'm gonna check you.
Exactly. So in the off chance that I am wrong, I don't mind taking accountability because I do understand that things can look differently to different people. You know what I'm saying? Like the truth don't change how you perceive it. is what changes.
Yeah, you can't stop.
And so people that are trying to negate the truth, those people are scary.
Scary.
Scary to me. Because why is it so hard for you to get this off your lips? Like, we saw you do it. You on camera doing it.
And it's like, no,
in HD.
It wasn't me.
Like,
call me on the counter.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Now, what was Shaggy saying? Because I feel like I listened to.
That is true though.
I feel like I listen to a lot of like Caribbean music, and I don't be knowing. I just be like, be dancing, and I be like, is that offensive? Because I really do love the music.
Yeah, the beat is nice.
I love it.
Whatever he's saying is on beat. It works.
It rhymes. Right? You sold me.
It definitely works. It definitely works.
Don't bother me at all. I'm here for it. I don't know. I'm sorry for that segue, but I was just thinking about that when you started singing Shaggy because
where is Shaggy?
Girl, you know what? I saw an article recently that said he was playing with us. What? He puts that voice on. That's not even how he sound for real.
He not like.
You can look this up. He did an interview recently. This was recently.
Don't piss me off.
And I was like, Shaggy, you had all of us.
Oh,
you had
even feel all the same of us about saying him. That was my first little crush.
Really?
I know. Just old with it. Just old. Just gyrating. It was bad.
No,
girl, that's what my mind was at. It was a song.
You know who I was super in love with?
Who? Oh God, who?
Nelly.
Oh, I love Nelly too.
I'm talking about had all the posters.
Girl, do you remember Lil Zane? I love.
First of all, I saw him recently.
Ooh,
aging like fine wine.
Oh, he got an Instagram.
Not friend. He do it's Lil Zane _
Text it to me.
We gonna figure it out. But no, so that's so crazy that you say that. So now that we know that you're comfortable being the villain, there's a specific scenario that I want to kind of lob to you because I've seen this on the internet for what seems like it seems like it's evergreen and people can always argue about it. Friends of the opposite sex. Now, for me, I feel like we can have opposite sex friends as long as there are boundaries, and I feel like there needs to not have been a sexual relationship prior, but it just needs to be boundaries and everybody needs to be honest. Like, I feel like if you know my man got a girl, like, you need to speak when you call his phone.
Friend, it's a no for me. Don't introduce me to none of your sis. This really? My sis. I don't like this.
You think that they all just be sneaking?
Mother or father, like that's not your sis,
right? No. I feel like that too, but I just feel like I can't take ownership of somebody else. You can have friends and you had a life before me.
All lies.
I just need you to be responsible.
But it's just all lies.
It was all a lie.
It's all lies.
It was all a lie.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. I don't know. And I'm not telling you to get rid of her. I don't want to be around her. I
feel like that too.
Too fake for me. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be fake. I'm not fake. I don't know how to be fake. And like, if I'm coming around and she give me the energy that's like, you know the energy I'm talking about.
And me and like, be acting so dumb
kind of thing.
Like they don't know. They be like, oh, I was so I had no idea she felt this way. Sir, she's been writing on your Facebook wall and poking you for 12 years. How you didn't know?
Yeah, I can't.
How you didn't know?
I don't like that weird energy. If they really a sister, okay, show me. But the minute I come around and she giving me like, why you dating her energy kind of vibe, I just think you're too involved at that point.
It ain't even got to be why you dating her energy. It could be I had a bad morning and I'm finna talk crazy for no reason.
You should have stayed home.
You should have.
You're at my house. Like that's how I'm confused. We didn't come to your house. You should have canceled the event if we did. You're having a bad day. Don't invite me because I'm going off first impressions. If he's telling me this is really his sister, we're two women. So I just don't. I'm going to receive you however you present it to me. You need to fake it till you make it then. I don't know what else to tell you. Like I
believe that too.
Yeah, I don't like that weird energy. It's just like it never gives sincere. Like only in my situations though. I can't speak for anybody else. That's why I don't have no male friends.
I have male friends, but they're either married, seriously committed relationships, or they're gay. Yeah. And so I think that I have consciously created these boundaries though. Like when people, like when I have dated men, they swear they have a problem with these dudes. And I'm like, bro, this guy's married. This guy don't even like women. You know, like there's nothing here to worry about. But these dudes will be like, oh, this is my homegirl. We dated for a little bit.
No.
Tasmanian devil immediately.
Right, no. I'm not getting
It's crazy.
involved.
I'm a tornado.
Like out of nowhere.
All the paint is off the walls. Don't know how it happened.
Yeah,
but they want you to be okay with these things, and I just simply do not think it's fair. Yeah. I don't think it's fair for you to put me in a situation where I'm having to question anything because what is going on?
What's really going on behind my back? Like, and it don't give, oh, I'm staying at my homegirl house. Oh, wow.
Oh, please. If somebody told me that.
That's crazy.
I would blow the block up.
That's crazy allegations. You need to take the stand. That's wild. Like, you're
and the way I would plead the fifth.
Yo.
It would be a crime scene.
No, I remember one time when I was in high school, I think I was in 11th grade. Girl, was this dude. I had called my brother for 3 years. I called him my brother. So this is my brother. This is my brother. He even dated one of my best friends at the time. She had a little stinky problem, but we don't gotta talk about that part. Anyway, so I remember he called me one day. He was so drunk and he was just like, man, I love you. And I'm like throwed off because I'm like, how could you allow it to get past like and go to love? Yeah. Like, why would you?
You ain't never say nothing?
You needed to tell me this when you liked me so that I could stop it from getting to love. Because I'm about to break your heart like right now. Like it's about to happen. That's girl, crazy. He was like, if you look back on our friendship, I never called you sis.
I don't want to look
back.
Girl,
when I look back on the friendship, he not once called me sis. That right there blew my mind because this was somebody I was really close with. Like, I talked to him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a homegirl, like about everything. He gave me advice. He was always there. So it just threw me off when he would just like came at me like
Why wouldn't he say nothing though?
I don't know. I think he should have told me, but like when he first realized he liked me, he should have told me then. Waiting 3 years later and then allowing it to escalate. Like, don't please. Like, no. So I ain't never talked to him again. That's messed up.
No, I don't think it's messed up. I think that you had to set a boundary. I had a friend do that, and I was just like, well, bro, it's been real. You know, like because you can't alter you can't alter the dynamic of our relationship. Yeah. And think that it's just gonna blow over smooth. You need to be 1,000% sure. If you are my homeboy right now, if you are watching this and you are one of my homeboys, you need to be 1,000,000% sure that I feel the same way about you as you feel about me. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't.
Let them know. Let them know.
So, hey, I hope you see this.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's a no for me,
It's going to be a no, big dog.
It's
big
a
fella.
No for me, dog.
Get somebody else to do it. But when you are putting your heart out there, like, bro, you need to be sure. Like, have we ever flirted?
No.
Have we ever kissed? Did we go on a date? Nope. Have we had any romantic exchanges?
Nope.
And see, this is what I'm talking about.
So it was, I don't have no male friends. And I don't think y'all should have no female friends. And that's just that on that. I can't tell you what to do, but don't come over here with it. And that's on period.
You know what? You can have friends, but don't play with me. That's how I feel.
It's always giving play. Okay, I gotta stop.
It do though.
Because it always gives play.
And I be trying. You know what? I had a conversation with my father. My parents have been married for over 40 years, right? Had this conversation with my dad. And I asked him, I said, Dad, if you had a friend that you knew back in school, could you go and have lunch with her? And my mama was like, no. And I was like, I was talking to your husband. So that answered the question. Yeah. But when I think about that, and I know times are different, we're dealing with totally different things, but I just feel like the type of the marriage that I would want, like I can't see, like even my homeboy, I have a very good friend. Everybody knows that Rod Minger is one of my very best friends. We have done content together. We've filmed, stuff together. And we've just always been work kind of acquaintances that just really turned into great friends. The second he started seriously dating his now wife, I put up a boundary. He didn't have to do anything.
I love that.
And it's not because there was any type of romantic relationship going on. It was just that, hey, bro, I respect your relationship and I don't need your wife to feel like there's anything going on.
That's all I'm saying.
Me and him, we would, I swear, I promise you, we would hang out. We would go grab, like drinks together. We would spend time together because we're friends. We would talk about things. As soon as I got into a serious relationship, I said, bro,
I love that.
I love you dearly with all my heart. You can always call me for anything. But here's the boundary.
That's all I'm saying.
Ain't nobody had to tell me to do that.
That's all I'm saying.
And I feel like, why do men sometimes have to be explained? Like, bro, if you want to keep your roster tight, okay. Yeah. We're going to be playing ball. Yeah. Okay? I'm going to Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas. Yeah. So play the game if you want to. I don't like to be in situations where I feel like I'm being played with because it makes me want to get very competitive. And so I would rather
just leave me out of it.
Just leave me out of your games.
I'm good.
Leave me out of your games. So hopefully that'll be, something that we can, like you said, we can do more of that. I think it should be something that you take accountability for. Yeah. Like just notice that the situation is changing and you apply whatever balance that you need to apply.
That's
like it should be common sense, but it ain't.
That part.
So, but anyway, I have been trying to get, I don't know if you've all been keeping up, but I have this web series that I have been filming, and it's because I couldn't find a job. And it's because they're trying to ban TikTok. Have you heard about? Congress passed the bill.
Up my triggers.
I'm sorry,
I'm emotional about it.
I'm sorry. Hey, you need to unpack this so you can start to heal.
It's a lot to deal with.
You need to unpack so you can heal.
Why are they doing this?
I don't know, but
I love TikTok.
Listen, they are saying that TikTok got 1 year for the parent company ByteDance. They got 1 year to sell it to an American company, or they banning it throughout the country. You know how that's going to affect a lot of content creators?
I know. Yeah, I'm one of them.
I know.
That'll be you too, friend. Like, you looking at me talking about, baby, I know, you too, friend.
You think I ain't finna get these OnlyFans? I'm finna be on the... Them folks gonna be mad when they come on there and I'm reading scriptures.
No, for real.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I'm telling you all the wonderful news of Jesus the Christ.
I'm getting on it too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. TikTok is my go-to place for everything. Like, I just like how it's set up. I like how you get like serious events, but then you can like laugh your butt off, and you can get recipes.
It's not just for you content creating. It's also for education. Like, we learn so much on TikTok.
Things that you would never learn in the regular world. They can't teach you that. What they teaching you on TikTok.
A lot of these degrees, garbage. Who needs a physician
when you have TikTok?
Girl, it's a lot better than WebMD, I'll tell you that. Because I messed around and went on there. Girl, I've been dead for 6 weeks.
Girl, for real.
Messing with WebMD.
But no, for real. On the real though, I think that if anybody is a content creator, I think that it's time for you to expand. Okay. I'm gonna be sad, but it's not my only means. So if you're not on YouTube, get on there. If you ain't on Facebook, get on there. If you ain't on Instagram, get your butt on there. You got to start expanding. Twitter, OnlyFans. Okay. Get on there. You got to start thinking about different streams of income. You can't just rely on TikTok to be your only source. And I'm specifically talking to content creators, because a lot of us make money from doing this. If you're not, baby, why are you on there?
If you're not monetizing, if you're creating content and you're not getting paid, where have you been?
You need to be making money off of these platforms, okay? If you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears on these platforms, they need to be paying you to do so, okay? And let me just say this. I'm not nowhere for free, okay? And that's just where I'm going to leave it. So if you see me there, I probably was paid to be there. And you should be the same way. Whenever you on any social media platform, you should be taking it serious as though it's a job, and be figuring out, how can I monetize? There are so many different ways to monetize. Jerrilyn knows a lot of them.
If you're going to be on TikTok, you know how many people just scroll all day long?
I'm telling you, you could be
creating something that people want to purchase, order, book, service. And also, outside of social media platforms, create something just for your people, your fan base, your audience. Create something that can't just disappear tomorrow if the government decides they don't want you to have it, you know?
Exactly.
And even though we got to use that loosely, because, you know, they could decide, you know, tomorrow, well, we ban a podcast. Okay, well, now, now y'all run it out, okay? Now you're going to pick something, but you're not going to take everything we got.
No, real.
But yeah, just finding ways to make multiple streams of income. And you know, like, you have to pivot. And I think when the pandemic hit and everybody was out of work, and some of us didn't know what to do. Some of us never went back to work. Yeah. You know, like, I quit my job, but right before the pandemic.
Oh,
so
really?
I was like,
I just quit my job in June.
I was like, dang, what are we going to do? Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Because I know that was a big step. I remember how I felt when I did it. Yeah. And girl, people always say, oh, I had this amount of money saved up. I had a plan. I had nothing.
Oh.
I had the faith of God.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I just remember, like, if I could go back in time, I would not have done that. Was so stupid.
Do it that way, girl. Because I'm like,
that was such a dumb idea.
So we got different perspectives.
It was such a dumb idea. But it paid out.
It worked.
It paid out because I trusted what God had shown me about myself. And so to anybody that's trying to create content, like, you can do that too. TikTok don't have to be your bread and butter. Yeah. Find something that people want to pay you to. We just sat here and said that we get educated on TikTok. Yes. Right? Yes. You know how many people will pay you to teach them something? They'll do it.
Whatever that thing is. Like, and there's so many people who feel like, oh, this is not interesting enough. This is not whatever. It doesn't always have to be this big, exciting thing. You know, like, people watch history facts all the time. All the time. I love watching animals.
I've literally watched
safari stuff. Like, it doesn't have to
dry.
Seriously, watching somebody paint, which is so boring, but just to see the end result. Right. Like, it's just like so many things. I think y'all overthink it too much. Like, stop overthinking it. Get out there, put yourself out there. There is probably somebody kicking a can on the floor and they got 1.2 million views. They just kicking a can across the floor and they like, oh, you hear the sound. You just never know what it is that's going to captivate people. I think y'all overthink it, and I think that there's a lot of money to be made that you're missing out on it. You're paying other people by just scrolling all day long. You running up their bank, but you're not doing anything for yourself. And so I think that, you know, like we said, get on these social media platforms and have a ball.
And be genuine, authentic. We talk about this a lot.
Absolutely.
Just being authentic to who you are, because we all know our girl, Risa Tisa.
Yeah.
Now she did a 72-part series.
She sure did. That was
okay.
good.
Feature film, Scorsese length.
So good.
Okay. She went in.
Yeah, she did.
But it was just the genuine storytelling and the fact that so many people could relate.
Yep. And she was in there. Sometimes she would have her wig on, and sometimes she would have her wig off.
I said, girl.
And it was fine.
I said, girl, you better tell your story. And the amount of people in the comments. First of all, there was like, oh my God, you dated him too? That's a little crazy.
That is crazy.
That's a little crazy, because all of y'all.
Because once I seen him, because once I laid that eagle's eye view on him,
you wouldn't overlook it. You wouldn't overlook it.
Girl,
that's not
completely, girl. I can't see you again.
I'm legally blind.
Right, P.O.P. Hold it down. Mama, I love you. Like, I can't. Not that one. Even with him doing his interviews, his energy is off. No.
Yeah, you know, that's y'all friend. I don't know him like that. But you know what? Speaking of crazy relationship stories, I gotta bring up. I know we have the sister to sister moment coming up, and I want to bring up this story, but I want to ask you first before I tell the story, because I know how you be acting, Lynee.
But I do. But
if we have a problem, you're gonna cut me off, or you're gonna say something to me first.
Girl, I'm gonna say something to you.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Depending on your response will depend on what I do
I'm just
next.
making sure.
Okay,
I'm just making sure
about it. We can talk about it. Friend.
Okay, well, it's time for sister to sister. Let me tell you. So this lady wrote in and she said she recently had surgery. It wasn't a major surgery. It was a little something. And she told her friends, her close, people, her circle. She told them that she was having a surgery. And when she got out and it was time to recover, she said nobody checked on her, called her, anything. So she was kind of upset, and she just blocked everybody and didn't say a word.
Girl, you don't know how to use your voice?
You know what?
I just want her to say something. Just say something.
You could have texted and said, "Hey guys, I made it through surgery.
Yeah.
Is anybody available to chat? Like something.
Yeah.
But you just block everybody. I feel like that's excessive. Just blocking people.
I think we be trying to block the world out. Like, we don't really be wanting to deal with stuff. We be wanting to block the world out and not deal with the reality of things. Like, if you got out of surgery now, granted, if that was really a friend, they probably should have said something. Right. Let's be real. If like best friends, right? Yeah. I go into surgery, your best friend really is going to be like, girl, you good? I haven't heard from you
First
in a while.
First of all, I probably drove you to the hospital.
Thank you.
For real. So I get it,
okay. But if we're talking about like multiple friends and they just didn't say anything, let's be real. Life do be lifing. Okay. Life is a real thing. Everybody's going through their real thing. You told me that it wasn't a serious surgery. So I don't know if he was getting like a malignant mode, like removed, or like what's going on?
Lip filler?
You know what I'm saying?
Botox?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you get? Is it something like that serious? Because depending on what it was, if it wasn't that serious, I don't think you should take it that far. I also think you need to learn how to use your words. Say what's on your mind. And then if you decide to cut them off after that, it's okay. Yeah. Like, that's fine. But to not say nothing and just block everybody and think that that's just going to shut the world out is not realistic. Like I said, which we were saying on camera, which is like, then we just continue to birth these horrible humans who do things to you. They don't know why, so they continue to treat other people like that in the world because they don't know. Well, because they don't know that it's something wrong. Nobody's ever telling them that what they're doing is wrong.
Technically, it works for them.
Yeah, or it works for them.
I've seen people have crazy lifestyles.
Yeah.
Like, whole house from granddaddy to all the way down is out of order. And when you come in and say, I think this is a little backwards, you're the crazy one.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Nobody else in my life has checked me on this. My parents are okay with me acting like this. The kids don't care that I act like this. Like, everything is fine.
That's crazy.
But if I say it, oh, no.
Right.
No, I'm not willing to hear that.
Because you are like the oddball out. Yeah. Nobody else has a problem but you.
So it got to be me. It's me, friend. Am I the drama?
No. Am I the drama?
Is it me?
No.
It's got to be me.
No.
Do you ever feel like sometimes you're crazy dealing with some of these men?
Yes.
And I know that's kind of like a stark like segue, but maybe I'm crazy because the thought just popped into my head. Well, it was like, ask her, does she feel like she's crazy? Because I be feeling like it sometimes.
I was about to say, is it because like you guys just like think so differently? Like, what is it that's making you feel like you're crazy?
I think people have been trying to make me seem like I'm crazy sometimes.
But like
when you see like the whole having a opposite sex friend thing.
Yeah.
You have very strong feelings about that.
I do.
And I agree to them to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. I have dated people who would be like, oh, you're just insecure and jealous.
I mean, I'm sure people feel that way, but that's never the case. Like, that's not it. I think just based on my own experiences and what I've seen, they never were really just their friend. I haven't ran into what you've ran into where people are very honest and genuine about you saying that that's really a friend. In my case, it's always been they had intercourse with that person and they trying to pass them off as a sister to me, and then I come in to this person's presence and it's very shady. It's extremely shady, but nobody can see it,
and they don't think that you can pick up on it.
They don't really see it. It's not a real thing. It doesn't exist. However, if I had the same experiences as you, I'm sure I would feel the same way. I just don't, so I have to just go based on where I've been.
Okay. Well, I feel a little bit better because I don't just be wanting to feel like I'm crazy, but I do sometimes feel like I'm like, why does 2 + 2 not equal 40, y'all?
Well, men think differently.
Like it's way differently. Yeah. And people like to make jokes about men being dumb. They're not dumb. They really are just very simple. A lot of times we
complicate everything.
Yeah, they're just like, bro, it ain't all of that. Yeah. Like this, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, so when you got there, you mean to tell me? He like, no.
Yeah. It was more black and white.
It was a lot more black and white.
More black and white than that.
And so I'm learning, the older I get, I'm learning to not complicate things. I try to not, but
yeah, I've been told I think like a dude.
I think that cutting somebody off without even having a conversation, that's crazy. It's giving situational awareness.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
you need
him?
to. No, the girl with who got the surgery.
She's bugging. I thought she was talking about me because I'm like, I've been told by people that I think like guys sometimes, like the way that I like deal with certain things or like handle certain situations, or even just like my perspective on things sometimes can be like that of a guy. Sometimes I could be a bit emotionalist.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it depends on the situation. Yeah. Like there are some situations where I'm like, bro, I feel like this. I'm not asking you to also feel like this, but please respect that I feel like this.
Yeah.
And try to accommodate me. I'm not asking you to perform brain surgery at 80,000 feet in turbulence on the way to Vegas. Like I'm just saying, have a little empathy, you know. And it seems like sometimes they be so devoid of emotion, and I'm like, bro, you don't feel nothing.
Right, I do that sometimes.
But then sometimes,
yeah,
because I have watched a brother cry in my living room.
What happened?
I had to ask him to leave.
Oh, in the middle of the breakdown,
he had to go. I said, and when you're finished,
and when you're finished,
I'm gonna let you sleep it off. You got to go.
You got to get your thing.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
And you ain't got to go home.
But you do have to leave here. You must leave this place.
Dang.
So I wasn't trying to be like rude or anything, but you do get to some point where you've exhausted all the emotion. And I think that's where I was at. Yeah. So I'm not in general like
that. Yeah. Sometimes I just start there.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I just detach from people. They're draining. They're so draining.
I could see that. When dating new people.
Yeah.
I could see because I was like that too. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to ask this question. What is the wildest thing? I'm gonna tell you my story and then I want you to tell me yours. What's the wildest thing you cut somebody off for? I was doing an escape room with this dude and he would not listen to the lady above us giving us directions. That was my last time seeing him. I don't know why that bothered me. I was like, bro, this dude cannot take instruction. So I know that if I have a problem in the house, you're not finna listen to me either.
Oh, that's where you took that.
That's exactly. I was like, bro, I'm not finna argue with you. The lady with the answers is trying to talk to you and you are telling her you don't want her help.
Oh, wow.
Like I'm concerned.
Jerrilyn, that's where you took that.
Girl.
Okay.
Also, he was short.
Now that makes a lot of sense. You should have led with that. Why didn't you lead with that?
It didn't help.
You should have led with that. I understand your reasoning now. I do.
So what's like the craziest thing you cut somebody out for?
So I don't know if this was crazy, but I have met this guy at the bar, and he seemed cool. He was attractive. He had his little work outfit on. He looked like he might have been like a mechanic or something, you know, doing heavy manual labor.
Being a man.
You know what I mean? I like that, you know? And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna give him my number. And then like the next day he was like, yeah, you trying to go out? And I was like, all right, cool. He was like, where you want to go? I was like, yeah, I'm not sure. Do you have any places in mind? Right? He was like, no. I was like, I was gonna be nice, right? I was like, all right, I'll look for some places. I'll give you about three of them. Boom, I sent it to you. He was like, all right, cool. He was like, yeah, can you pick me up?
I'm sorry, is this thing on?
Girl.
My mic went out.
When I say block, I never blocked nobody that fast in my life. Like my fingers move. I never seen my fingers said, girl,
why he didn't have no...
I blocked, girl, he said, I only got the work truck. Well, we gonna be up in the work truck then? Cause ain't no way. He said, I could Uber to you and we can ride together in your...
That's way too much for a first date, sir.
Sir, I can't do that. First of all, I picked the location and you want me to drive to the location? That's crazy business.
Friend, by the time you get there, you know his wallet gonna be at the house.
And then what if I don't like you? I gotta drive you back
home.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Awkward silence.
It's no way. I stopped talking.
What if you just were silent the whole ride home?
Just say
he would get the point.
Girl,
So how you like your pasta?
Nope, telling them. I don't
Turn
like
the
that.
music up.
Right. No.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one. I don't know why we're listening to that in the car, but that would be a song that I would play loud at the top of my lungs.
Cut that man off so fast. Never.
That sounds crazy, but I understand it. I think people like to make us feel bad for our preferences, men and women alike, you know. But I think this is a good place to just say, listen, if you prefer it, no matter how crazy you think your expectations are, I do feel like as long as it's reasonable. Yeah. I feel like you can have whatever you desire.
If you can justify it, for sure.
You can have whatever you desire. So don't bend on that. If you don't want to date nobody that's 5'6", don't date nobody 5'6".
Come on.
If you don't want to date nobody that's medium ugly, just, don't do it. Yeah. I'm telling you now, you come to my house, my daddy gonna roast you. I'm just letting you know. So we don't even do that over here. But I feel like... I don't know, Lynee. I feel like we're really getting the hang of this.
Yeah, no, I think we're doing amazing.
I hate when it's time to say goodbye.
It's so hard to say goodbye to my own mate.
Now, we had just argued. You said that you couldn't sing.
Why you didn't help me?
And I told you.
That was so bad.
We're going to have choir rehearsal after this. Immediately after this.
No, Jerrilyn always wants somebody to sing.
No, all you need is some hot tea and some lemon.
Girl.
We can fix this.
Jerrilyn, we're leaving. You guys, we're out.
Well, this has been another episode of She Said It First. Bye, y'all.
Bye.